Hey guys, and welcome to episode 24 of the Let's Get Rare podcast. We're back on Zoom because there's been another 2 weeks of stage 4 lockdown, which is really cool.
So happy about that. I'm
Come
actually
on.
stoked.
You little ripper. So when we were saying this was going to be our last one on Zoom and then we'd be able to do it in person, wrong.
Nope.
There's another 2 weeks of stage 4 and then I think another 2 weeks of stage 3. So not till December.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because, we can't even do it in stage 3, can we?
No, I think I read something like we wouldn't be able to do it until mid-November.
Yeah. And that's even if the cases get low enough, because it's all based on if the cases are low.
Exactly.
Well, fingers crossed that all goes well.
November is a long time away.
Yeah.
Another 2 whole months.
Well
said.
Excellent.
8 more episodes.
So get used to Zoom for a while.
Also,
yeah, we'll try and make it as entertaining as possible.
It's true.
Like when I tried to do the intro for this episode, it was pretty entertaining.
should have kept that in.
That should have been the intro.
Bloopers reel.
We learnt today that Matt is the intro man.
Yeah.
The intro king.
But leave a like if you want to see another person do an intro.
It's true.
He's the intro king.
Jack's opinion was that someone else would do it and then they click off the video because it's not right.
Yeah, they'd be like,
I think it's
what's
fair.
going on here?
This is wrong.
Oh, this is the Let's Get Common podcast. Click off.
Speaking of rare, we got an email.
Sorry?
We got an email from who else other than Adrian Sacco, good friend of the podcast, first ever guest of the podcast.
See, I don't even know what this email is because I stayed away from it so I could react.
So yeah, it was when we asked to if you want to send stuff in for us to react to, send it in. So Sacco's kindly sent this in. We were actually meant to do it last week. I just completely forgot. So sorry, Adrian. But anyway, he goes, "Hey guys," smiley face. "Just some background into the photo you're about to see. This is my pet dog, Schmoles, and then in brackets, we call him Dog for short. I just wanted you guys to react to it, as well as guess what breed it is. Thanks." And he's done this emoji and the smile emoji. So I'll put a picture of the dog on the screen now, but I'll show the boys here.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jack, do you want to explain that? Because I feel like you have more knowledge than we do.
You know how like on Google Chrome you can put like themes, like I got like some sort of city. That was his background on Chrome on his computer for many, many years.
Oh, boy.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's a dog being caught by the testicles on the fence.
Oh no! Is it actually?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no!
Ouch.
I thought he was just climbing over, and it was funny because it looked like it was a human doing it.
Yeah, same.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's caught by the...
To be fair, the fence does look quite sharp.
Yeah, it's like the barbed wire fence.
Oh no!
So there you go. We all reacted because you guys didn't even know.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he did ask to guess what breed it is. I'm going to say English Pointer.
It does look like a pointer. I'll also go with the English Pointer.
But it looks quite old, so it might be like...
True, English Pointers can't get old. They're always young.
No, I'm saying the photo looks like it's been taken a while ago.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say English Pointer as well because I only know like the common breeds of dog. So English Pointer it is.
Pointer.
It's a poodle.
It doesn't look like a golden retriever.
Well, thanks, Adrian, for sending that. That's really lifted our spirits.
Thanks, Adrian.
Start the podcast off right.
I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, Adrian, please do let me know.
Now, next on the agenda, we were watching the basketball on KO, and Jackson, you noticed something in the Lakers game.
Well, yeah, obviously we weren't watching it together.
No, of course not.
No, that'd be silly.
But we watch it and we like message each other, but like, oh
Wow.
my God, what a dunk.
Nice play.
Yeah, we're quite weird like that.
Miami in there with the 3-2 zone.
Yeah. Yeah, was watching the Lakers play, and old mate LeBron James, probably the best basketball player to play at the moment. He complains a lot. He loves to complain.
Yes.
And it's not the first time I've noticed it, because I do watch LeBron a lot. I would say that's the only reason I watch the Lakers. But he just loves to complain, and it's really annoying. Like, I don't know if it's because we are like AFL players, not AFL players, but we play.
No, we play AFL, bro.
And like that's
players,
like frowned upon in the AFL, and it's just, I don't know. There's something about it that just really gets under my skin.
He complains a lot, but if you don't complain in the NBA, you are like, whoa, that's strange. But he does complain for every call, admittedly.
Mate, like there was a play against the Rockets game 3 where Caruso got fouled. He had nothing to do with the play, and Caruso got fouled. No, sorry, Caruso got called for a foul. That's right. And he just went off his face. Like if you saw his reaction, it would have been like his kid. It would have been like his kid just died. Like that's what it would have looked like.
I saw it.
It was just if I can find the video, I'll play it on the screen.
I'll find it, no dramas. Like it wasn't a foul, but the reaction did not need that.
Yeah. Like he literally was like hands on head, like over on the sideline on his knees. Like I couldn't. Like, mate, relax. It's a call. It's not like they're getting free throws or anything.
It was pretty funny.
It does happen a lot, though. Like, a lot of players do complain about everything.
I feel as though he's one of the worst, though.
Yeah, he is, though.
Which is really,
Lakers down a point, foul in the backcourt with 6.5 seconds.
Can you see him, go on?
LeBron James incredulous over here.
It's not even called for it.
You're going to get Caruso on the foul.
Like, he's just...
Oh, no, House of Highlights is now got a copyright.
Thanks, House of Highlights.
I'll play a YouTube video over the top so I can see.
Thanks, man. I just got it up for nothing. Now I've wasted 1% of my battery.
Sorry.
They all count when you've got 3% charge.
Just chuck it on charge.
Crazy concept.
But, yeah, he, especially for the player he is, like, he's literally 6'7", 300 pounds. He's massive. And he flops all the time, and like whenever he doesn't get a call.
I don't know if he flops.
I think they were both wrong as well.
Yeah.
I think he's like 6'9", 220.
Yeah.
But yeah, the moral of the story is that he's a big boy and he complains a lot for fouls.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't even need to complain. He can do whatever he wants.
To be fair to him, a lot of his fouls do get like not called.
Yeah.
Because like for like, say it was like Isaiah Thomas going up for a layup, like he's small, so like any contact is obvious. Like he's not going to be able to like lift his arms through like contact, if you get what I mean. Whereas LeBron's so strong, he can do that, and it doesn't look like anything's happening.
True, yeah. But
that doesn't excuse him.
I feel like it's kind of like a sport culture they have as well. Like even if you look at soccer, like they complain a lot as well.
Like if you complain a little bit to the umpire, 50 meters.
Oh,
it's literally 50. They don't even think about it.
But I think they don't really do it in the NFL, do they? I'm not sure. I don't really watch it as much as you guys.
Oh, a little bit, not as much.
Yeah, not as much as NFL, as NBA.
Like if it's a contact sport sort of thing.
Like the most you can get away with at the AFL is like, oh, are you sure that was a free kick? Are you sure? Yeah. If you say anything untowards the umpire, mate, that's 50.
Yeah.
You can't say anything to the umpire. Like you can say like, oh, I don't know about that, but as soon as you say that was the wrong choice, you've messed up. You've addressed the umpire. That's when 50.
But it's the way they just carry on. Like I feel like if an AFL player did that, they would they would get abuse hurled at them, like from supporters and just carry on with the game. But mate, in the NBA and even overseas soccer, they just don't care. Like,
I think it's because there's like non-stop action in the footy as well. Like the most, when you see complaints, it's always like the bloke on the mark is complaining to the umpire because play stopped. Whereas in basketball, like it's a foul, the ball's dead, like they stop, they set up again, they've got time to complain.
Yeah.
Like if it's a free kick, they'll play on. You keep going, you've got no time to complain.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
There was a funny thing that happened in the US Open the other day. Jack was telling us about it when Djokovic got he got suspended from the tournament, yeah?
He got disqualified.
Yeah, disqualified because he hit a linesman. Was it in the face? I didn't actually
It
see
was
it.
in the neck.
Oh, in the neck. And he got disqualified. And then Nick Kyrgios went on Twitter and tweeted.
Hey, this is the Nick Kyrgios fact of the week. Remember we said we're
there you
going
go.
to true.
Nick Kyrgios fact of the week tweeted out saying, what would my punishment be compared to that?
5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. He had a poll.
Yeah. And it's so true though as well.
Literally. The
Yeah.
woman that got hit, like, it's probably fair he gets disqualified, but she acted like she got shot.
Yeah, she
It was like gasping for
folded to the
breath.
ground.
Gasping for, come on, mate, pull your head in.
I mean, if it hits you in the neck, like you could, like it can damage your airways. But
But
I
he
didn't actually
hasn't-
see it.
He
Isn't
hasn't
it like
he hasn't-
here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't
Yeah.
even unleashed a 210-kilometer serve. He's like,
Yeah. What even was it? Did he just get frustrated? and
not
hit it
even
away?
that. Like, he was just like trying to hit it back towards the ball boy, mishit it, and hit it.
Oh,
It's like, it was weird because like normally when they hit it back to the ball boy, it's like they hit it along the ground, it like rolls to the ball boy. But he's like lofted it back to them, like say he's facing this way.
yeah.
He's like sort of looked back and like lofted it back behind him
Okay.
like that. And he just missed and it's gone and hit the line.
So he hasn't intentionally
here.
done it.
I don't think he has.
He just wanted the lines, the ball boy to have a classic catch like Paul Collingwood.
Yeah.
I had no idea the other day of maybe like when lockdown's done, of recreating the sports bet ads.
Catch him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have
So
to
we
put on
get-
100 cakes to be Buffer Benson, though.
we get like the sock slide and like the world record, and then we get the wheelie bins as well. I reckon that'd be funny.
Silly salmon into a horsey.
Oh, silly son. Into a horsey.
Yeah. And then I'll put the voice over us doing it.
Yeah.
Who wants to be Australia's new Mr. Whippy? Chuck a flake in mine.
He was up being the big rush with the unexpected item in banking area.
Yeah, good call.
I'd want to do the silly salmon, I reckon.
Yeah.
I want to do the
Just
classic
on diving
catch.
board.
I want to do the classic
would be
catch.
good, Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch it. Yeah. Get him in the corner.
Anyway.
Guys, before we go on, I've got the TV on by accident, not because I'm watching it. What is another name for sea foam?
Sea foam.
Sea
I didn't
foam.
know sea foam was a thing.
What are the options?
Waves.
Spume, slurm, and splain.
The first one.
Oh,
I'll go with the first one.
they all sound unattractive.
Yeah, they are bad. Was it Splume?
It was actually spume, that you were correct.
I was correct.
Now the chaser is not going to catch you.
Yes.
Sorry about that, but I just thought it was a funny question.
Speaking
Well,
of Jack,
Yeah, speaking of you.
you wrote in the notes couch politicians.
I did.
Since you wrote it, why don't you explain it and we'll talk about it because that's how this podcast works.
I don't always like to go back because it seems as though because we're online and like there's not much going on, it's always sport and lockdown, new rules. But everyone that reckons, like, you cannot like Dan Andrews. Fair enough. That's your choice. I don't care. But the people that think they can run the state better than him from their couch are dumb. I was
Yeah.
gonna,
Nice.
Good word.
Good save.
Thanks.
no, they're dumb.
Thank you.
Genuinely couch politicians. Oh, I would have just done this and now we'd be all good. Would we have? Would we have been all good? If it's that simple, I'm sure Dan the man would have thought of it. Like,
Dan the man is a very smart man, and
he hasn't got there
he has
by
the
luck or
qualification.
accident.
He has been premier since like 2010, I think.
Yeah, he hasn't walked in and gone, oh, I don't know why I'm here. Don't know how I got this gig. Like, he knows what's best, I think. I'll trust him. Plain and simple.
There's been a bit of news about like the curfew and like who came up with it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And today, I'm pretty sure he came out and said it was his idea.
Yeah.
And he said a good point I heard on the radio. He said, if there was no curfew, what difference does it make? Like,
I heard the exact same thing.
so for the only difference is really, realistically, is you can go for a jog at night, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go shopping at night if the supermarkets are open.
Yeah, we
Those
changed our trading hours to closing it from 7:30 to 8:30.
yeah, but if the curfew wasn't on,
Yeah,
there'd probably still be like 11, 12.
yeah,
So that would be the only two differences. And then another one I thought of was like, if you have a partner or someone and they come over, or like close family or something like that. That would be the only difference, legit. So what is the big deal realistically?
yeah.
That's true.
Like, why is it such a big deal?
Everyone's also in it for themselves, I feel.
Yeah.
Because like with that, it started with the chief of police coming out and saying like, nah, we didn't want a curfew. Like we never asked for it. And then Dan Andrews was like, oh, well, yeah, I came up with it because I thought it'd be easier for the police to like find people doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like it's more simple. If you're out past 8, easy fine. Like you don't have to, oh, what are you doing out at 11 o'clock? Oh, I'm doing the shopping, and they get away with it.
Yeah.
So that was like his logic. And then the police came out and said like, nah, like that's stupid. We didn't want that. Like at some point we got to like stick together and like take one for the team. Like surely the chief of police can be like, yeah, actually, nah, it does help us. He didn't consult us, but I understand where he's coming from. Like we're not getting anywhere.
Well, Matt's rant, love it.
It could be a team, guys. Come on.
As in,
It's just like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Matt. Like, everyone's just got to, like, not suffering, but everyone's
On edge.
On edge, on edge at the moment. Everyone's being disadvantaged. So it's not just about you, as harsh as that sounds.
Yeah.
Like, we get you can't go out and socialize and do whatever you want to do, but neither can anyone else. So
yeah, not just you. That
like,
Also, the people that, sorry, you finished, Justin.
we're all in the same boat. So like,
Mm.
just suck it up for a bit, you know, and then eventually it'll all be good. Like, what's the point in arguing and protesting? Like, why do we have to do that? Why can't we just all think the same, you know?
That's all right.
What were you going to say, Matthew? Because it looked like you were about to lay into someone.
I have two things.
Yes.
First, people having a go at Dan Andrews saying like, oh, so-and-so, Anastasia Palaszczuk up in Queensland's done it fine. They've got no cases. Okay, completely different situation. Like, you could compare us to America. We're doing way better than America. They have like hundreds of thousands of deaths.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing better. So like, I don't get why people are comparing when we're not in the same situation. Two, I actually have three things. Two, people are saying like, oh, like the death rate's so low, like this and that, just like let it open, we'll get it, we'll recover, we'll be fine. No one knows the long-term side effects.
Yeah.
Because if you have this, I think they've already said it means like there's a chance you'll have high blood pressure in the future or something. Like that's semi-minor.
Yeah.
But like in 5 years, you could get pneumonia again.
No, there's been cases where like young people as well, like in their 20s, have got the virus and then like been fully blind.
Exactly.
Like there's actually really bad side effects for some people.
And people saying like, oh, if you're healthy, it doesn't matter, you'll be fine. Who's saying you're healthy?
Yeah.
Like you can have like congenital heart disease or whatever. That's passing down. It's been hereditary. You don't know about it. You get this, you get a heart disease, you get pneumonia, you're in ICU. Which then my next point, if we open everything, everyone gets it, that means more people will have it. More people need the ICU. What happens to like stroke victims and all that need the ICU that then can't use it because everyone's got COVID-19 and taking up the ICU because they need to block off the ward. You can't have a stroke victim next to someone that has COVID.
Yeah.
And then
go on.
Everyone that's complaining about the economy, why is the economy more important than someone's life?
It's true.
You say open everything back up, small businesses getting ruined. Okay, fair enough. I understand where you're coming from. Like, the economy is very important. It's like for people's livelihood. And you could even argue that without the economy, there's people that say run a small business, won't have any income, disadvantage. They might die as a result later on because of that. Like extreme case.
Yeah.
But why is you opening the economy so this person's state of living more important than, say, an 80-year-old grandma who now is allowed to go to the shops, has to go to the shops because no one else can go for them? Why are you being able to open your business more important than her life?
The dumbest thing I've heard is, who cares? Only old people are dying.
Exactly.
Like,
you're just like, you cannot be that stupid. Like, how could you say that?
they're gonna die soon anyway.
I think that's just an
That's
irrelevant
ridiculous.
point.
Yeah, but you hear it a lot, which is worrying.
Yeah, like people say, like, oh, you know, this virus is this. Yeah, people say, like, people would argue that this virus is just like the flu, and like the likelihood of dying from the flu is just as likely as getting hit by a car. Okay, but no, that's right. Yeah,
Go stand on the highway then.
No,
If you
no,
don't care, go stand in the middle of the highway.
this is the thing. Like, that's correct. Yeah, it is a gamble, like, to get it and die. It's probably a low percentage. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Hey,
The thing is,
it's still a gamble.
Yeah, but the difference is, if you could prevent getting hit by a car, why would you not take that opportunity? Like,
Exactly.
you're getting the opportunity to not catch the virus and get that risk of, like, the small risk of dying. But surely, if you had some sort of logic, you decide, okay, I'm going to be safe and follow the rules and not try and get this virus. Which I'm sure a lot of people who have died from car crashes and other accidents would say, if they had the opportunity to not have that, to not, you know what I mean? Like, if that didn't happen to them, they would take that opportunity. So it's like just
It's a very fair point.
just think about what you're saying before you say it, I think. Like, fair enough to have an opinion, but some people, they're just not thinking.
Yeah, that's it.
There are those people that go like too far. Like, there's a lot of educated people that will say we need to open the economy. Not saying like lockdown's horrible, but they're just saying the economy's suffering. We need to open at some point. Like, that's their argument. We can't be locked down forever. And then people take that, crank it up to 11 and say, fire Dan Andrews. Like, that's not the argument being made.
Yeah, spot on.
You know what else I reckon it is? I reckon, as silly as this sounds, I reckon people are bored.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I think people are bored and they just want to argue things, like, about things, because there's a subject to argue about.
I
That's so
agree.
true.
Like, it's just
Absolutely
ridiculous. But what can you do, really? Not much. It's going to be, it's going to be interesting. I was thinking the other day, it's going to be interesting in like 5 years, 10 years, when we look back at these episodes, and like we'll see what's got, like, what we're thinking and like what life was like at that time. Because this is a pretty significant time, like, in history.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we'll ever shake hands again? Do you reckon people will shake hands again? Or is that dead?
I don't know, mate. It's like,
I'm sure they will, but like it'll be a lot less common.
Yeah, it seems like such a silly, like, concept. Like, why would you not shake hands? But
people are scared to touch one another. I know that sounds like pedophilic, but that's not what I mean.
No,
but like, genuinely, people are frightened to like make contact with anyone.
Yeah, and you would know firsthand with
the amount of times I'm like, oh, would you like your receipt? And like, no, that's okay, I'll grab it. I was like, I've just packed all your bags. What's the difference if I grab your receipt?
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you have to wear gloves or?
No.
Yeah.
Just sanitize like every 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
Fair enough.
People that attack me, have you wiped down the ATM thing? It's like, no, not in the last 5 minutes. Like, well, you should, because like that's the most used thing, which is true. But I've got customers back to back. I probably can't.
You should just say, "Do you want to do it for me?"
Yeah, here's the supplies, mate. Go nuts.
Feel free. But anyway, that's the dark point of the episode. We had to get that out the way.
Yeah.
Let's get it
The
out.
last thing I just want to say, I can't wait for 5-10 years, whenever it is, Dan Andrews to retire from being a politician and do a podcast or write a book or something. I
Yeah,
cannot wait
that's a good point.
because he's
yeah.
gonna, like, he won't have any like obligations. Like, he won't be like, it won't be part of his job to like defend people or anything.
Yeah.
Completely neutral, can put anyone on blast that he wants.
Yeah,
Can bag the crap out of all the idiots ignoring lockdown. It's gonna be great.
That'd be
Because-
good.
because
I cannot wait.
he like it'll be really nice if after all this is done that like people look back and say, hey, he did a cracking job.
They'll vote him out, and then like 10 years or 5 years down the track, when they realise that he pretty much did all he could, they'll go, you know what?
That's exactly right.
Oh look, I'm
play.
sure if he got voted out, I'm sure he wouldn't really care, to be honest.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Like I think he's done enough. I think he'd be like, yeah, thank
He'll
God.
get voted out. He'll like step down, so like he won't be the shadow premier or whatever. He'll just go back to being like your local MP, and he'll just coast from there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, mate, I think he's done a good job. And
I think so.
I don't think he's like, it's not like he's made any decisions that make you go like, why? Like that's not it hasn't been a decision where you think that's completely dumb.
He has made mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, we're not Dan Andrews fan club here. Like,
Yeah.
I
he's
love
made
it.
mistakes.
We've got t-shirts made up.
Yeah. Like the whole hotel quarantine, like the security guards and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he could have handled that better.
Yeah.
But
That's
in the grand
security
scheme of
guards'
things,
stupidity. Also.
that's also their fault. You can't
like
blame Dan Andrews for that.
How can he control that situation? Like that was clearly up to two security guards being absolute donkeys.
That's right.
So like him, yeah, maybe he could have done extra security and stuff like that. But come on, like it's not. You can't fully blame that on him.
In the times we're in, no one would have expected a pandemic. No one would have expected
Mate,
anything to come out of this. You can't blame him for really making the toughest decisions anyone's making in the state.
it's such unknown waters for the leaders of countries and states. Like there was no written plan. There was no written step by step on what to do in this situation.
Yeah.
They had like general guidelines,
Yeah, there was
like pandemic guidelines, but nothing saying like, oh, so when this happens, this is the exact method you have to follow.
There hasn't been a pandemic in that long.
100 years.
That
Spanish flu.
there's nothing to correspond with today's society. So it was literally, you just had to do it on the go.
I had someone come in and was like, oh, my mother went through the Spanish flu. They didn't have any lockdowns and they turned out fine. It's like, this isn't the Spanish flu though, is it?
It's true. I don't think they turned out fine either. I think a lot of people died from the Spanish flu.
Like, it's different, mate. We're in a different time. We like living.
I'm not even going to comment on that. It's just stupid.
Also, play Scott Morrison comes out and puts Dan Andrews on blast. What have you done, mate? What have you done?
When that came on, I lost. I was like, pretty easy from up there in Canberra, isn't it, mate?
Exactly. He's done
pretty easy.
Nothing. He has
Pretty
done
easy.
nothing for this state.
Yeah, legit. I haven't actually seen him talk or do anything in the last
heard
like 2 months.
I heard a
right.
stat, like, he's been in office 40 days this year.
What's he doing?
He's been at Parliament House 40 days. Dan Andrews has spoken to the country, to the state, for the last 6 months, every day.
Mm.
I'd be surprised how much, I'd like to know how much sleep that man gets.
I'm sorry, he looks like absolute shit when he's on
Yeah,
TV.
you can tell he's worn down.
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for his son. Like, he would cop so much.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to get him on the pod. I would love to.
Contact him.
True.
I'm going to try.
Do it.
It'd be great. Anyway, should we move on?
I believe
definitely. Yeah.
So we put out a Insta story asking for questions, stuff for us to talk about. And we got a couple of responses. First one, who else? Adrian Sacco.
Adrian Sacco.
loves
content.
commenting on our stuff.
Absolutely.
And we love him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his question, shockingly enough, is a bit sarcastic, a bit silly. He says, do you guys think that there is enough evidence to prove that the world is round?
Yes.
Discuss.
I'm gonna say yes
I'm gonna say yes because
because there's
it's
been
not
astronauts.
flat.
True.
I'm gonna say yes because people have gone to space and seen the world.
Yeah, but they could be lying.
Hey, they could, but I'm gonna say they're not.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's round.
I mean, if you're talking evidence, like evidence to say to, if there's evidence to say like everyone believes it, like probably not, because not everyone has that capability. Like
Yeah.
not everyone can see the world, but
We were discussing something similar to this last night. Like, if enough people told you it was round, you would believe it was round. Like, enough people told you that Will Chamberlain scored 100 in a game. Be like,
yeah, that's what we're
he
talking
did. He
about.
scored. But like, it sounds ridiculous. Like, we were looking at the stat line, shot 64 times. Like, I don't know.
Did he actually do this?
Did he actually score 100 points?
Well, I actually scored 102 points last night in my career, so
It's absolutely
get
true.
around him.
It's absolutely true.
He's a superstar.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's round personally.
I'm
I
gonna
agree.
I'm gonna say there's enough evidence. But yeah,
I was thinking about this in the shower before as well.
Yeah,
Like, you literally, like, we have no first-hand proof that the Earth is round. We just have to trust people that know what they're doing.
yeah, it's true.
And that, I think that's where people that think the Earth is flat get their, like, idea from. Like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, but I'm not going to trust you. Like, I've never seen that it's round. So how are
Yeah.
you any different to this bloke saying it's flat?
realistically,
Imagine it was flat and like you didn't
Yeah,
know,
right.
like oh, it's flat, it's round as, and then you fall off the edge of the earth.
but realistically, like you gotta at some point you just gotta trust people.
Yeah, that's right. Especially
Exactly.
people that know what they're talking about. Like when it's NASA saying the Earth is round and old mate on YouTube with 20 subscribers that dropped out of high school saying the Earth is flat, who do you trust?
Yeah, spot on. Absolutely.
Anyway, the other question we had is from Xavier, your brother Jack.
Oh,
Hello,
wow.
Xavier. Thank you for.
What's he doing on Instagram? Isn't he a bit young for that?
So he says, what are your NFL predictions?
Oh, there you go, Xavier.
Hmm.
We
So
spoke about it today.
by the time this comes out, this is coming out Friday night, Jackson?
Yes, hopefully.
So the first game of the NFL season would have been Friday morning for
Yeah.
Australia time. So what are your guys' NFL predictions for Xavier?
Look, I am not that invested in the NFL as you guys are, but I think the Baltimore Ravens
Yep, that's it.
will do quite well. think
I agree.
Good
they'll,
call, yeah.
they'll make the conference finals. Is that what they call it?
AFC.
Yeah,
finals.
AFC game.
Yeah. They'll make that, and then I think the Buccaneers will make the playoffs.
Brady.
Probably
I
not the
reckon-
most out there predictions, but
Hey, you gotta get ones on the board. You just need those ticks.
exactly.
I reckon Pat Mahomes is gonna win everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Super Bowl MVP,
What
MVP.
if he's just happy with his paycheck now and he doesn't go up to his standard anymore?
Doubt he'll do that. Very much doubt it.
Yeah, nah, probably not.
Also, for anyone that doesn't know, NFL is American football.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about.
Nice.
and I am.
Yeah. I've gone a bit more out there. I also think probably Chiefs and Ravens AFC final.
Yep.
Buccaneers will do very well. But my smoky, I guess you can call it, my pod,
Whoa!
is that the Detroit Lions will do better than expected.
I
In the
agree.
lead up to this, not knowing Xavier's question, just like looking up stuff about the NFL to get ready for the season, a lot of the predictions I saw had them like 6 wins, 10 losses. I think they can do better than that. Maybe like 8-8 around there. They're not going to do great because their team's not amazing, but I think they'll do better than expected.
Matty Stafford's still a quality quarterback.
Yeah, I was looking at their
Still
roster.
quality.
They've got a lot of impact on their roster.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Lewis Forster if you're listening. Big Detroit Lions fan.
He goes for the Jets, but that's all right.
Doesn't he go for the? Oh, he does too.
He goes for the Jets.
I should know that because I go for the Jets.
Yeah.
No, I swear. No, someone goes for the Lions.
Your
My
uncle
uncle.
does.
Yeah.
Who?
Dave.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think I got it confused with him, but anyway. No, I think because Lewis had a T-shirt or something, or a hoodie that was Detroit Lions.
Yeah, maybe.
If he watches this, please confirm that, Lewis.
He definitely goes for the Jets, though.
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that.
Jack also goes for the Packers, and I'll go for the Cowboys.
I know
Just
that.
to clear that out.
Go Pack, go.
I saw when I was looking up like how teams would go and like their rosters and stuff. My favorite prediction was the Cowboys to go 12-4, Dak Prescott to win MVP, and the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
I think
Wonder who's
maybe
made that one.
Did Post Malone make that prediction?
I think a
Bayless.
Cowboys fan did it.
Skip Bayless?
It was on like CBS Sports. I was like, okay, mate, I wonder who you go for.
Yeah.
So
It's still we have fans like that in Australia. They're everywhere.
yeah, that's like Eddie Maguire coming out and saying
Collingwood's
Collingwood,
got this. They've got
Trevor's
it.
winning the Brownlow, and Collingwood's winning the flag. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder why you think that, mate.
It's weird that like we don't have those sort of figures in the AFL. Like in
We were
America, they'll
talking
go.
about this.
They'll go. Yeah, I'm guarding this bloke this week. He's going to get absolutely nothing.
Mm.
Like that's never happened in the AFL.
Maynard did it. Was it Gary Ablett he called out?
Nah, Toby Green in
Toby
the prelim.
Green.
Oh, in
Yeah.
the semi.
Like that
Called
was
out
so
Toby
rare. That's why everyone loved it.
I was like, oh my god, he's called out Toby Green. How's Toby going to respond?
Yeah. Like everyone knows the matchup.
Yeah.
It's like Harris Andrews playing on Tom Hawkins. Like everyone knows that's going to be the matchup.
Yeah.
But like it's still to call him out and be like, I'm going to lock you down, mate. Everyone's like, oh.
My word.
It was like when Ryan O'Brien did that tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like must-watch television for a West Coast team who's like flag favourite against Adelaide, who's dead last on the ladder.
Exactly.
Insane. He was absolutely dreaming. Speaking of dreaming,
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah, Jackson, you had a bit of a funny dream that you were telling us about.
I had 2 funny dreams in the last 2 nights, which
Unbelievable.
too strange.
Incredible form.
Crazy.
But we're talking about lucid dreams.
Yeah.
Not the
other
song.
day. Not the song.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
Yeah. We're talking about lucid dreams and how like how did you say you actually do them? There's like a way to get a lucid dream.
Yeah, I've looked it up before. They say
Well, what is a lucid dream to the people?
so. A lucid dream is when you're dreaming, obviously, and you're aware that you're in a dream and you can control your dream.
Yeah. So pretty much you could be in a dream and like decide what you're doing and where you're going, knowing that it's a dream.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool thing.
So it was a while ago because like I wanted to try and do it because it sounds pretty cool. And they say you do it, first of all, you're meant to keep like a dream diary. So like you keep a book by your bed and when you wake up, you write down your dream, like as much detail as you can remember. So that way you can like, I think it's to sort of like, not pick up patterns, but to like, you're aware of your dreams sort of thing.
Would
like
it be
you know
to
that
like,
they're happening.
Would it be like to train your subconscious mind? So like, because you know that it's not real, but maybe your brain doesn't.
Yeah,
like some
I think
part
that
of your
makes
brain.
sense.
Yeah, something to do with the subconscious mind, I reckon.
Yeah. Then they say to do that and there's a way to like be able to tell that you're in a dream. So like when you're, the example they used was when you're out and about, you see a post box and it says, we're in Australia, so it'll say Oz Post on it. So you look at that, you're like, okay, that says Oz Post. You look away, you look at it again, it still says Oz Post. So you have to be like aware of your surroundings. Like you have to be like in the moment sort of thing. But then in the dream, say you're in that exact same situation, you look, it says Oz Post, you look away, you look back, it will say something different. It will say like podcast.
Oh.
So that once you do that and you recognize that things are changing like that, that's when you're aware that you're in a dream and you can be like, okay, I'm dreaming, and you're able to like control your dream, sort of thing.
Whenever that happens to me, though, I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy, man. I'm not thinking, I'm in a dream here.
I haven't trained your mind, Jack. You got to
That's
train your
pretty-
mind.
That's pretty trippy though. Like it's a bit freaky.
Yeah,
It's sort of like, have you guys seen the movie Inception?
No,
haven't.
it was on telly last
You
night.
just have to watch it. I'm
I
telling
don't
you
have to
now.
do anything. though.
Nah, you have to
I
watch it.
don't have to.
Especially Matt, you'll love that movie.
I've heard it's very trippy.
It's very trippy, but there's a concept that is very similar to what you just said. So when they go into Inception, so when they go into the dreams,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert, just in
Mhm.
case.
Nice.
Every character has that goes into the dream. They have some sort of object that relates to them. So Leonardo DiCaprio, the main character, he's got like one of those little, what are they called? Like the little
Spinning
spin top things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got one of them. And if he's dreaming, he spins it. If he's dreaming, it doesn't fall. Like it just keeps spinning. But if he's
Okay.
not dreaming, it'll fall. So that's how he knows what's reality and not.
That's a similar episode. That's a similar concept on Lost as well. It's like you have a constant that reminds you where you are and what
Yeah,
timeline you're
a
in.
constant. That was the word I was looking
Hmm.
for. Yeah.
That's widely regarded as the best episode of Lost ever. The Constant.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Get on Lost.
Get on Lost. I've been preaching
yeah.
it for many episodes now.
Also, get on Inception. Really good movie.
Yeah.
And if you've ever lucid dreamed, let us know. Give
And
us your
sleep
story.
paralysis as well. That's cool.
Sleep
Yeah.
paralysis is, I think, more common.
We've talked about that, haven't we?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We
That's
talk
always
that
worth
much.
touching on.
Yeah.
We talk that much. I don't know what's real on the pod.
Yeah.
It's not.
But should I share the 2 weird dreams I had? Because I did
Yeah.
write them down.
Yeah, give us your dreams.
It's up to you.
I'll tell the first one because it's just a quick and weird one. So pretty much, I was in Rye, my happy place, and we took off on a plane. Pretty common airport in
Yeah,
Rye.
the right airport.
Took off on a plane. Realized my cousin was driving the plane.
Flying the plane.
Flying the plane.
Oh,
And I thought, oh no, this isn't good. This is not going to end well. Anyway, time goes on. All I hear is Mayday, Mayday. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Anyway, we crashed. Well, she crashes the plane. We survive. I'm like, all right, where are we? We're on some sort of farm. Turns out, don't know why this is in my dream. Turns out we've crash landed on some guy's farm in Africa. It's just,
Pretty good.
just like the
True.
randomest thing. And then he had like hippos as on his farm. So there you go.
Hippopotamuses.
Hippopotamuses. Just like, but that's the thing. Like,
Red
why? Why is that in my head?
Yeah.
It
don't know
makes
why
no
that's going
sense.
on.
But I tell you now, the dream I had last night is extra weird. You know why? Because it involves YouTube.
oh, awesome.
I've
Would you say
written
it's
it down.
rare?
I wrote it down in my notes, and there's a fair bit of it. So
Oh, boy.
It's more than you wrote for your assignment.
legit. Right. So I'll start off nicely. I try not to waffle on here, but so we were staying at this really nice house, right? It was like it was just us 3. Must have been
That
some
sounds
sort of,
bad.
yeah.
That'll end well.
It was it was just a really nice some holiday house. Like it had a pool, stuff like that. Like a really modern house. Anyway, this is just I've just got dot points because obviously I don't remember every little detail. But then we had ordered takeaway, but it was the same takeaway like for a few nights in a row.
So
don't
we
know.
did that. Subway.
Yeah, that's probably why that's happened, but I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know what food it was, but pretty much we'd order takeaway 5 nights in a row, and like that would deliver it to us. Anyway, on like the 5th night, or not the 5th exactly, but on one of the nights, the delivery guy, because it was the same delivery guy who came and delivered it every day. Anyway, the delivery guy comes in, he goes, "Hey, can I come in?" this is like after a few times because we've seen him every day. He's like, hey, can I come in? And then we're like, yeah, come in. And then Matt gave him a beer. So like, you know, he's
Because he's your mate.
Yeah, he's your mate now.
We're just mates.
Sort of like the HSP guy who used to come and deliver the HSPs to us.
Johnny,
good bloke. And anyway, Matt's offered him a beer. Anyway.
What beer was it?
Mate, I don't know.
Asking the important question.
Heineken 0, so we could drive.
Yeah, Heineken 0 alcohol.
No, he didn't have to drive because he actually got really drunk and things started to get a bit weird.
Dib's not being involved in the weird stuff.
No, not weird like that. Just like he started getting like, okay, it is a bit weird. Like he starts taking his clothes off and stuff, and
If I'm involved, I swear to God.
No, I'm not even making this up. Like, I'm not even trying to stitch this up. I'm not, I swear.
Oh.
Anyway, he starts getting a bit weird. The clothes start to come off, all right? And
it's, to be fair, pretty common when alcohol's involved. Matt got his top off.
Yeah,
then
It's true.
And then the thing is, he kind of like started chasing us. Like, he started chasing us and we were getting really concerned because we
We're
don't know
playing
this.
Tiggy.
We don't know this dude. Anyway, we start getting a little worried, and then he starts to get a bit violent. Like he starts, you know, like pushing tables over and like really like wanting to get us. Anyway, I call the cops. This is the part.
The cops come and take their clothes off as well.
No. I called the cops, and I remember in the dream I started panicking. Like they said, like 000, what's your emergency? And I couldn't talk because I didn't know what the address was. Because it was just some random house. I didn't know what the address was. And, you know, I don't know if this ever happened to you. Do you ever, like, dream and then, like, start getting, like, anxiety because you can't, like, control something?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, I couldn't say the address. Like, I couldn't physically say it in the dream. And that was just a really weird feeling. But anyway, it kind of skips a scene here because then Matt, all of a sudden, is in a box, all right? Matt is in a box.
Convenient how Jackson's not in the box because it's his dream.
Jackson would say, I'd love to be in the box, please.
And then I took the guy down and I beat him up and you guys were scared the whole time and I was the hero.
Yeah.
No. Listen,
Me.
Listen here, it gets a bit strange. So
Because it's been so common so far.
Matt's in a box, right? But he's on like a level and then it goes into the pool. So he's like on a diving board and then on the edge of the diving board and then the pool's underneath. And
All I can think about,
yeah.
all I can think about is Matt going down into the pool and then pulling a Houdini and coming out.
Anyway, the guy, the naked
Is he
delivery
completely
guy-
naked?
No, he's not completely
I was going to say,
naked,
Jackson dreaming about naked boys.
Oh, that's awkward.
but he's got no top on. He pushes Matt, who's in the box. He pushes the box into the water, but then Matt hits his head on the bottom of the pool and cracks his head open.
Cool dream, bro.
Mate, I can't even make this up. Like,
He
Matt's,
could.
so at that moment, Matt's got a cracked head in the pool, so the pool's just covered in blood now.
It's a psychotic dream.
Anyway,
Nice.
and then after that, so me and Jack are like a bit concerned because he's obviously like he's pretty much just killed Matt nearly, and then so we run upstairs. Jack disappears at this point.
Rule number 1 of any horror movie ever: never run upstairs.
No, this
ever.
is the thing. This is why I think it's in my dream because it's such horror movie, like it's such horror movie scripted. I run upstairs and run to like the furthest room, like so there's a corridor. I run to the furthest room, like down that corridor.
Yeah.
Go in there, hide in the cupboard, and then like hide behind a suitcase. I don't know why there was a suitcase.
Because that's our suitcase, because it's not our house.
Yeah, and then that's actually true. Yeah, and I'm just hoping like he doesn't because he's looking for us now. So I'm trying to hide. Anyway, like, and then at that point, I'm like hiding and I'm like probably scared, sleeping. I hear footsteps coming to that room. The door opens, but it's Matt. And Matt hides in the exact same spot. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like,
The old-fashioned hide and seek. I'm right here.
It was like that. I was like, Matt, what are you doing? He's like, oh, this is a good spot. I was like, no, I'm here. And then legit, and then I don't remember anything after that. So that was it. But
Oh,
it's so weird how Jack didn't have much to do with the dream, but like he was there.
Jack, where
Yeah.
was your hiding spot?
You see, I didn't run upstairs because I've watched enough films to know, you know what? You don't run upstairs, you run away from the house.
You
'Cause
walked out the front door like a normal person.
I would have ran, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
How have you recovered from the big concussion, Matt? Is what I want to know.
Alright, I don't know.
You've got a cracked head and you've just come to the best hiding spot in the house.
We still got to hide. I want like a psychiatrist to analyze that dream.
Like how weird is that that's going on in my mind while I'm sleeping?
I tell you what would be weird but good.
What's that?
If you were to film yourself while you were sleeping, see if like you were jolting and like moving around.
Yeah.
Because if you're jolting and moving around, I think that's bad. Like you're dreaming about that and like
Like
throwing arms around.
The thing is, how would you know how would you know when you're dreaming is when you're moving? Like that's the thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
You'd have to have some sort of like machine.
I
I've actually heard of machines that can like visually show what you're dreaming.
Yeah,
That
I've
would
heard of
be
that too.
unbelievable.
How cool would that be?
I want to like find a way to have more vivid dreams because like I always wake. I'm like, oh, I had a sick dream. What was it? I don't know.
Like that's why as soon as I woke up this morning, I wrote it down. I was like, I need to say this in the podcast. But
The
yeah,
only dream I remember having recently is a bit of a rare one.
but all dreams are rare. That's the thing.
It's true. I was in my house. There's a bloody jet in the background of my house. Like not an airplane. It sounds like a jet over my house.
There you go.
Is it that little bomber in the next to you there?
Well, yeah, it might be.
I can't hear it if I'm honest. So
It sounded like it took off down the road. Like play hell, it was close.
Bro, plenty road.
Anyway, this dream I had, we're playing. There was a lot of people there, but I don't recognize anyone. If you get what I mean, like it was just people. I didn't know who they were. We're playing indoor cricket in my house, but it was like
So everyone was in your house.
yeah, but we were playing like
Was I batting?
We got rid of the kitchen table and the couches in the living room, and we played from around where the kitchen TV is to where the couch would be, but it's not there anymore, obviously. So we were playing like across there.
Mm.
And this guy's bowling, and he's bowling, and he can't get him out. He's just like playing shots. Everyone's just standing around, like not doing anything. He's getting really angry, and he's bowling. And then I look at him. He looks like the dad from Coraline.
Oh no!
Like the evil dad. But then I looked him up, and it was like in the dream I knew it was him. But then when I looked him up, that's not what he looked like. But then in the dream I was like, but that's him. But anyway,
So maybe that's
you
how.
put like a photo up because he looks normal. I think there's like a meme about him. He's like at the computer. His face is like lopsided. His glasses are like that.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
But like, do you reckon maybe that's because obviously you haven't seen the movie in a while, so maybe that's what you remembered him as, but that's actually not what he was.
I think so. But it gets rarer.
Oh,
So
no.
like, this guy's like, he's getting really angry. Like he's bowling. He's like pissed off. I can't get him out. And then he goes back. He bowls. The guy.
So he's like Stuart Broad.
Yeah. The guy batting just
Sure,
blocks
it's like
it.
700 test wickets.
He does. The guy bowls it. The batter blocks it. And he's getting like really upset. Like he's turning into like this massive villain. Like he's just growing. His arms are getting longer. His face is getting like really scary. He bowls again. Can't get him out. He's like cracking it. He's like as big as the roof now. Like he's hunched over. I'm just standing there at like point. Just like, what's this bloke doing? It was really creepy because it seemed like a scene from the movie. Like,
Yeah.
Caroline does something wrong, and then this guy's like, you know.
But that actually happens in the movie. Like
Well,
that's
that's
they
why I
grow
want to watch
like
it.
that.
Yeah, like he keeps getting bigger and bigger. I remember it happening. Like the evil mum does it, the mum with the button eyes, but I don't remember
Yeah.
the dad doing it. Anyway, that was my weird dream.
Yeah, that is weird to be fair. But yeah, like it'd be actually cool, Jack. Maybe we should like try and reach out to like a psychiatrist or someone who specializes in dreams.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a really cool episode.
Yeah.
Even if we can't get them on, just like email them
Yeah.
what you just said, Jackson, and they can like analyze it through that, and we'll read it.
Yeah, that'd be
much-
cool.
How much deja vu do you guys have from dreams?
I don't know. I feel like I don't get as much deja vu as other people do.
I get it so often. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, that happened. Like, I'll go to my brother, I'm like, oh my God, this has happened before. And like, it happens for like 15 seconds straight. Like, every event. is
Really?
exactly
Yeah.
the same.
And then like they try to say something weird. It's like something they've never said before to make it end. And
Yeah.
they're like, no, but you said that. How
You
I
said-
remember
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
See, when I get deja vu, it's just like a movement or something. It's just
No,
like, so say I move this mouse, like it's
Yeah.
like that.
I had like really bad.
Sorry, Jack. I just
No, you're
imagine Jackson scratching his eyebrow going like, I've done that before.
Just like,
Oh my God.
I had like really bad one, like year 6 camp. Like something happened, like we're on an obstacle course, and like this guy was on it. He was in his like position, like how he was going, and I literally like froze. And it was like, it was my turn to go, and the teacher's like, "What's going on?" And I flat out had to go to the toilet and like just compose myself because I was absolutely flabbergasted.
yeah.
Scary.
It's so weird though, because like there's no explanation behind it as
Yeah,
well.
it's so weird. What's the like scariest dream you've ever had? With like quickly, because I think we're running out.
Yeah,
time.
the scariest dream I've had are like ones where, like, I remember one where it was like a zombie apocalypse and like the zombies were chasing me, and like
Yeah.
because like I have no control in the dream. That's what makes it scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one, it was like I was getting chased around the outside of our primary school. It's like, you know, that little walkway that goes from like near the church out to the
Oh,
opposite
yeah,
side of
yeah.
the school. I was like in there and there were signs all along the side. Like I couldn't read them, but like they were getting bigger and like shrinking down on me.
Yeah.
It's like the space, like that little walkway that I was in was getting smaller and smaller, and like someone was
Oh.
chasing me, but like I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
I feel like it's the ones where like they're chasing you and you have no control.
Yeah, the chasing ones are the worst.
Yeah.
I remember like one I had like year 6 or like 7, so I was older. I literally ran to my parents' room. Like, I was that scared. Like,
Really.
I was in my room. Like, this is my dream. I was in my room and I could hear someone like whispering my name, which is obviously pinnacle of like horror movies. And I went and turned the light on, and there was a guy with a dog face in the corner of my room.
Oh, I got shivers.
And
Oh.
like, it's like, nah, I turned the light off. I literally turned the light off and walked out of the room. And then like, I go out to put the rubbish out, and he's the gate's closed, and he's beyond the fence. Like, he's everywhere I go.
Oh.
And I like, in my dream, I'm telling my parents, and they go out, and he's not there, obviously. And then he's like at the end of my hallway. And as you guys know, I've got a very long hallway.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not pleasant at night. And he's there. Like, it's pitch black, but I see him. It's bad.
Oh.
But you know
And
what's
then my dad catches him, and like, he's in the middle of the hallway, and I'm yelling at him. And the guy with the dog face is just smiling. It's like, mate, stop, go away.
Oh, no.
Literally woke up like shaking. It was so
you know
bad.
what's actually really weird how you say that, because there was like we've spoken about Jack Mate's podcast, nice and light, bro.
Yeah, it was getting a bit dark. The sun's going down a bit.
Yeah.
We spoke about the Jack Mate podcast in the last episode.
Yep.
He was saying a story where similar, like he's had friends who were sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I think,
know what you're gonna
have you
say.
heard about this? So
yeah.
I'll quickly do a summary of it. So one of Jack Mate's friends, really good friends, he had a girlfriend, and every time they went to sleep together, she would like start crying in the middle of the night and like try and wake him up. And he's like, what are you doing? Why are you crying? What's wrong? And she'd be like, there's a guy on top of you who has a dog face and he's twitching. But no way, it gets worse, because
The guy with the dog face scared me, and I think
yeah,
because
why is that similar? Like,
because I know this might have like connections. In Greek mythology, the guy with the dog face symbolizes death
Really?
and hell. Yeah.
Dude,
The
Like,
jackal.
isn't that weird how like did you have any exposure to that before you had that dream?
No, it was like
Yeah.
a Waymorana like face or a human body like walking on two, but like human hands just like here above. And mate, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
mm,
But like, so
yuck.
back to that Jackmate story. So she was crying and he said, what's wrong? And she said there was a guy hovering over the top of you while you were sleeping with a dog face, and he was like twitching, like his face was like twitching. But then, so anyway, a few years later, they break up. He's got a new girlfriend. Same thing. They sleep in the same bed. The same thing happens again with a different girl. She wakes up in the middle of the night crying, saying what? And he said, "What's wrong?" She said, "There's a guy with a dog face on top of you." The same concept, but a different person. So how does that get explained?
That's the Egyptian god for death, Anubis.
Yeah.
Like, that's just no good, mate. It's just not.
I think they're the
Mate.
scariest ones where it's like not quite human, where it's like it looks like a human, but it's not quite.
It's not quite, yeah.
Like I find that scarier than like a monster or something.
Yeah. But that's
Mate,
so interesting how
That was
like
the worst.
how that story had the dog face person and Jack's dream had it as well.
And like it was a different girlfriend, a different house,
Yeah.
but like same time, same dream, same exact situation.
That's so
So
crazy.
bad. Well then,
Good way to end it.
We'll try and get someone on, like, not even for a whole episode, just for like a segment. See if they
I
like.
think
explain something.
I think that'd be really interesting, like about dreams and déjà vu, stuff like that.
We'll definitely do some research on that tonight, I think. See if
Yeah,
we
I
can
reckon.
contact anyone.
That'd be great.
Did you want to do a question, Matt, or did you want to wait till next week?
Hell, it's been about an hour.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
personally, I think that's a good way to finish it. Like,
Yeah.
that was good
Yeah, okay.
conversation.
I'll save the question for next
If
week.
you have,
It's a good question as well, so tune in next week.
if anyone has had any dreams with a dog face person,
Oh,
I demand that you message us.
yeah, but not even that, just like any weird dreams.
Yeah.
Like just let us know. Like we want to have a good discussion.
Like, there's dreams that you wake up like, oh, that was a dream. Like, but there's like that one that I just explained, like that felt so real. Like when I woke up, like that rattled me. Absolutely rattled me.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
If you don't want to like say your name, like we'll happily say it anonymously as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. For
So,
sure.
but yeah, I think it's a really good topic. I reckon.
Oh, it's awesome. Such a
It
good
definitely
topic.
needs like more recognition as well because it's so unknown.
The power of dreams. Like people are like, oh yeah, that was a dream, but like they mean something. I think there's more
Because
to it.
realistically, like I don't want to go on too long, but why? So people are afraid of death, yeah, but why are people not afraid to sleep? Because when you're asleep, you have no control. Like you're unconscious.
Yeah.
So it's literally the fact that you trust that your body's going to wake up. That's what makes you not scared.
Pretty
But
much.
with death, there's no guarantee.
Yeah, exactly right.
So why do people feel so comfortable in trusting their body to wake up?
Yeah.
Good point.
It's a bit strange.
Anyway,
Should we wrap up then?
Yeah, I think we'll
Absolutely.
wrap up on that point.
So what do we need? We need questions. If you have more questions, let us know.
Yeah.
Anything about if the earth is round or not.
Yeah.
And dreams. If you have any weird dreams or dreams you want to tell us about, or if you know anything about the dog face on the human body, like Jack was talking about, or anything about dreams really, because I know a lot of dreams, like they have meanings. Like when you're getting chased, I know there's a meaning behind it. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, people are like, if you have snakes in your dreams, it means something. Like, I'm actually going to Google it after the episode.
My mum actually has a dream book that has like the dream and then the definition of what it means. If I can get her to get that again, I'll bring it on for next episode.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because I remember she used it for me once because it was something about like spiders. There's specific meaning for spiders and birds and stuff like that. I'll try and find it. I'll bring it on next episode.
That would be awesome. We'll talk about it more next week.
Yeah. Let's aim for, I reckon this episode we aim for 10 likes. What do you reckon?
Let's go 10 likes.
I reckon because we've been hovering around 7, 8. I reckon let's aim for 10 this episode.
Absolutely.
Nice. I like the 10.
And guys, I'm witnessing history here on the chase.
Go
A
on.
solo person has bet the chaser.
No way.
Well
I
done.
can't believe it.
Is
He's
it
in a
Britain-
suit.
British
He's
or
decked
Australian?
out. He's decked it in Australia. He's
Oh,
decked
nice.
out in a suit. Like he's got the little thing that holds the tie in there, and he's happy about it. Come on.
Well done, lad.
Anyway.
His name's
Thanks for
Panda. His
listening.
name is actually Panda.
Well done, Panda.
Panda, legend.
Get him on the podcast.
Gonna reach out to him.
Do it. Anyway, thanks for
Right.
listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.